Hey, what's up, everybody? Seth, I'm here. This is my two little girls. They want to be a part of this video, but they really don't know what I'm going to be talking about. But there'll be at least a little bit of entertainment behind me if you get bored of me talking. So I wanted to make a video to talk about this past week's episode of The Walking Dead and who I think was killed in that episode, who I think Negan killed. So I'm going to break things down like... obviously, be forewarned beforehand. I've read the comics, so there's going to be some comic book spoilers based on what I say. So if you haven't read the comics, if you're not caught up, maybe don't watch this video. Or if you don't care, go ahead and watch it. But so personally, I loved the episode. I thought it was awesome. About 5 episodes into this season 6, I basically called that ending to my wife, like almost shot for shot, the whole POV thing, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, confusing so we don't know who it is, and then POV of the person, and then just black. Like I told her that like week 5 of the season. And so I called the end of the episode. I knew it was going to be polarizing. I knew some people were going to like it and some people were going to hate it. And I didn't expect it to be quite as huge. I didn't expect for there to be so much blowback towards The Walking Dead, or towards AMC, I should say. So I'm a little bit surprised by that. I mean, I think it was a great episode. It was directed really well. There's a lot of things that come full circle in the episode. What are you doing back there? So, I think the way that they set it up, the way that they've set this season up for us, it's supposed to be as confusing as possible. Brooklyn. Shh. So they sort of, that last episode made it feel like it could be Eugene. It could be Abraham. It could be Glenn. It could be basically anybody. They sort of set it that way so that people who maybe haven't watched since the beginning or maybe haven't read the comics or just everybody would be confused. I think that was the point. We're supposed to be lost. Because that's how the characters on the show feel right now. They are completely lost. They, in terms of the show, 5 minutes ago, knew exactly where they were going, knew exactly what they were doing, had a ton of confidence, and then out steps this guy Negan and just destroys that. So in terms of storytelling, I think it's great. I think they did a great job of storytelling because now we all feel exactly the way the characters on the show feel. We're lost, confused, we don't know what to do, we don't know where we're going anymore. So I think in terms of storytelling, it was a really great idea. I think they did some really cool stuff. As far as my theory of who it was, for me, there's really 2 strong options. 2 that are believable where we're at. One would be Glenn because it fits the story. It's the way that they've set up Maggie is so similar to where we're going in the comic book that without Glenn's death, I don't think she gets there. That's just my opinion. I don't think that character gets to where she's supposed to be. Sorry. I guess there's 2 more. It could be Abraham because that last episode, they sort of set it up with his speech with Sasha about, do you think you could do that? Do you think you could do what Maggie and Glenn did? It's sort of coming full circle now that he feels like he could start a family and he could do those things when, just a few weeks ago on the show, he didn't. He thought Glenn was crazy for it. So I think that kind of shows his story coming full circle. And the only other one, at least in my opinion, is Eugene. And it's just strictly because he gave his plans on how to make bullets to Rick. And that's almost the only purpose he serves on the show at this point is... She's singing. Baby. You gotta be quiet, okay? Yes, you. Um, Eugene gives his plans um, to Rick, and really at this point in the story, at least as far as I'm concerned, the the plans to make bullets are the only importance Eugene has to the community. So the fact that he gave those plans up to Rick, at least for the storytellers, they could kill him and it wouldn't affect the rest of the story. So for me, if they want to be cheap about it, if they want to, if they want to, I wouldn't say cheap. I mean, Eugene's been around for a while, but if they wanted a less impactful death, if they wanted to kind of skirt the Glenn storyline because they think people would be too mad, then I think Eugene would be a decent choice. And that's also part of why I think it could be Abraham. For me personally, it has to be Glenn. That's just my opinion. Um, if it's not Glenn, I'll feel a little bit cheated, especially after the cliffhanger they gave us, because at this point, you made us wait all this time, and then I'm a little bit worried that the reason they're making us wait is because it's not Glenn. So, uh, I watch a lot of Ronnie Hayes videos, so his stories, his ideas have a lot of impact on what my opinions are. So shout out to Ronnie, love your videos, bro. Um, I also watch Trav's channel, so you know those guys are awesome. They have a ton of followers. I feel like I've added a little bit to the theory that other people haven't brought up, but um, I don't know. There's so much more to that scene than I think we're getting told. I mean, if you think back to the mid-season finale, we got this. The end of the episode, we got this whole dramatic slow motion. We're coming out of the houses, and then we hear the kid say "mom, mom" like 3 or 4 times. Well, when we come back, we're all expecting it to pick up right where it left off, and we never actually got that scene. So I sort of feel like we're gonna get a similar thing here. We're gonna get this season 7 opener. Yes, baby. We're gonna get something really similar for this season 7 episode 1. We're not gonna get the same exact thing we had to end the season. We're gonna get, I think, we're gonna get the point of view of Michonne, Daryl, Rosita in that van or whatever with the holes punched in it. We're going to get their point of view. We're going to get that story leading up from where they got captured into the van, drawn out to where the rest of the group is lined up. And then at the very end of the episode, basically, the last 10 minutes or so, we're going to get the last 10 minutes of the season 6 finale. So we're going to get Negan's entrance. We're going to get a little bit subtly different dialogue from Negan. Then we're going to get the third person point of view, eeny, meeny, miny, mo scene. So we're going to see everybody. He's going to go in order. We're going to see everybody as he counts. Then when he finishes and he says, "You are it," I have a feeling they're going to pull whoever that is out. So all these people making theories about the trees behind Negan and what angle the light's at and all that stuff, I think is just doesn't matter, because whoever it is he picks, who I think it's going to be Glenn, they're going to pull him out so he's in front of everybody. So where Negan is doesn't matter because they're just pulling him to the center in front of all of them. He's not just going to bam right where he's at. I don't think that's going to happen. They're going to pull him out. So we're going to see all this, probably from like where the saviors are, back there. We'll see the camera would be back there. You're seeing everything, maybe a POV every once in a while, a little closer shot, things like that. But we're going to see everything from the outside, and then we're going to get the Lucille moment. And I think that'll be the end of episode 1. And then episode 2, in my opinion, will be Carol and Morgan at the Kingdom. A little bit of story there. and then also kind of split time between Rick and the group going back. You know what? I don't know if they'll go to the hilltop. I think they probably will. They'll go straight to the hilltop because Maggie's still sick. So they'll go straight to the hilltop and possibly bury Glenn there. I'm not sure. That could change, I think, but we'll see. Anyway, that's just my opinion. That's how I feel about it. That's where I think the story's going. So, um, if you disagree, if you got some ideas, I'm totally open to it. Obviously, I wouldn't be making this video if I thought I was definitely right. So, um, if you've got opinions, just make a comment. Subscribe. I'll be making more videos. I'll probably do some videos for Fear the Walking Dead, and then I might do some videos for the comics because I still haven't got volume 25 yet. I'm gonna get it pretty soon, but I'll do some comics videos, and then like I said before, I'm gonna do some other videos. I'm gonna do some music stuff and some pomade reviews probably. My hair's not done right now, but whatever. So my wife and I are gonna do some vlogs, some Disneyland trips, and all sorts of stuff. So if you like what we're talking about and everything, go ahead and subscribe. We'd appreciate it. And like the video, leave comments, whatever you want to do. All right, thanks for watching. Have a good one.